MJX are quickly becoming one of the best RC brands out there. They listen to their customers, they innovate, and they keep releasing new cars. Whilst all the new releases have been pretty good, there have been some questionable ones as well, but so far MJX are proving to be a very good RC brand. You may remember when I tested out the 1/12 scale Ford Bronco R, it kind of felt like a slightly confused RC car because it was using a Baja 1000 body on a crawler chassis. Now the problem I had, that body looks like a desert racer body. Should it really be on a crawler chassis? It was a highly controversial opinion and only a couple of channels actually agreed with me. Most channels were saying it was a pretty capable truck, although I did question, were we reviewing the same thing? Now that's the purpose of reviews, to kind of get everybody's different opinions. Just because I wasn't a fan and I thought it was confused, lots of people disagreed. Now MJX are back and this time they have released a 1/8 scale version of exactly the same truck. I wonder if they've listened to all the reviews, all the comments and all the opinions from all the different people out there. Are we going to see something totally different today, or are we going to see exactly the same thing, a Baja 1000 body on a crawler chassis? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's take a look at the brand new 1/8 scale MJX Ford Bronco R. So here it is. This is brand new from MJX. This is their H8P. There's no denying this thing looks fantastic. Now I know this is a complicated livery, but I'm not sure about their choice to use stickers on the side. I mean, this one here is already starting to peel off, and I know once dirt and grime gets under there, that is going to be coming off. And once these stickers on the side start falling off, they could ruin it a little bit. Maybe they could have printed one entire sticker which started from here and went all the way to the front with this design printed on it. At least that way you wouldn't have to worry about these individual stickers falling off. But look, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of that. So apart from this, which is questionable, everything else on the body feels really nice. On the rear we get a full-size spare, and although this may look like metal, this isn't. This is made out of plastic. Now of course this truck does have LED lights, and in there you can see the rear lights. Now for me, I think the front of this truck looks the best. There we have the Bronco R logo. Again, everything is plastic up at the front. So let's take a closer look under the body. Now the body's secured using 2 magnets at the front, and then of course it's on a hinge system. Here we have the battery tray, which will house a 5000 mAh 3S comfortably. Now this is a 3S truck, and this 3S pack fits in here perfectly, but if you're looking to run bigger packs, they may not fit in this stock battery tray. Now of course this has oil-filled adjustable shocks, and they do feel very nice. So there's a closer look at the blue cage under the body. There we have the LED light controller. Now there is a fair amount going on under the body here, because this is a crawler chassis, and don't worry, I know this is going to be controversial just like the previous one, the 1/12 scale, but bear with me, we're going to get back to that in a moment. So this has really nice metal chassis rails. Down here we have a 4-link suspension setup, and of course all the links are made of metal. Now this thing also has pull-to axles. Check out these metal axles. There's a little look at the rear one as well. Very thick and chunky metal drive shafts. Down here we have an axle mounted steering servo. Now it doesn't stop there when it comes to the servos. We've got another one here, here and at the back, and that is because you can lock and unlock your front and rear diffs. This one here controls the 2-speed transmission, and when we fire this up I'll show you those servos in action. Now electronics wise, here we have the 80A SC, which of course is 3S capable. There we have the receiver box. Finally, here we have the 3970 2000 kV brushless motor with FOC, and of course it's centered. So here we have the transmitter. Now this actually feels really nice. Of course we've got a foam grip on the wheel. You've got all the usual adjustments like throttle trim, steering trim and dual rate adjustment. Up at the top there you've also got the different switches to lock and unlock the front and rear diffs, and the middle switch controls the 2-speed gearbox. This button on the side controls the LED lights. Here we have a bag of accessories and basic tools. So let's have a look at the LED lights. Now let's hit the button on the transmitter, and there we have some very cool looking lights, very bright. I'll cycle through the different modes. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's give the steering servo a little test. Yeah, it's not too bad. Now I'm going to get this thing out for a rip in a moment, but before I do, I want to take a very quick look at the Bluetooth app. So let's take a look at some of the settings you can change on the app. Now here we have the truck, which has now come up. We're going to click on that, and it does say we're connected. We're going to hit go. Now here we are, 80 amp censored FOC brushless ESC. We are now connected to the ESC in the truck. There you have your ESC voltage, your ESC temperature and motor temperature. Now if we click on set, so once we get into the settings menu, there's many different things you can change here. But the one thing I'm going to change is going to be the drag brake, because I did give this a very brief test out in my garden, and I found when I was coming off the throttle, the truck was throwing itself forward. This thing has incredibly grippy tyres, which is good and bad, because all that extra grip and a fairly intense drag brake just means the truck was flying forward. Now what I'm going to do is turn that down a little bit. I think I'm going to turn it down to something like 10%. Now I'm not really going to test this truck as a rock crawler. I know it's a rock crawler chassis, and you technically probably want a little bit more drag brake if you're crawling. I'm going to kind of test this thing out as a 3S basher. Now that may be controversial, but the way I see it is it's a basher body on a crawler chassis. There's no denying that. You know, some people are going to say, get over it, it's a crawler. There's elements of crawling with the whole, you know, Baja 1000 side of things. Yeah, but I just think this is a desert racer type body. Now, of course, we need to ask ourselves the question, was this the right chassis choice for this body? Once again, we already see the 12th scale version, and that had a questionable chassis. Have they done it again with this? Have they put the wrong body on the wrong chassis? Let me know in the comment section down below. So the first thing we're going to do is see how fast it actually goes. Let's start the GPS. So of course I'm in high gear for this to see how fast this goes. That's full throttle. Now again, bearing in mind this is based on a desert racer, and yes, I know people keep reminding me there are elements of crawling involved with the Baja 1000 side of things, but this looks like a desert racer. I think it should be a little bit quicker than this. That's just my opinion anyway. Full throttle again. It does look very cool. Oh, it wanted to tip. That's one of the issues you're going to have with this, especially if you're driving it fast, or as fast as it will go, because it does have a high centre of gravity. Again, desert racer body, high centre of gravity, crawler chassis. Some of the things just don't quite add up. Right, let's see what we got. 3S right out the box. Now I have turned the drag brake right down, but it does seem to be kicking in quite a bit still. Yeah, I mean, it's a crawler. There's only so much you can do. So let's hit stop and read 16 miles per hour. That's all I managed to achieve with this. So let's switch from high gear to low gear and see what it does. So that's not too bad. Yeah, early on it doesn't feel the most stable. Kind of feels like it wants to topple. That's full throttle. I have got the diffs open at the moment. Yeah. So let's test out the low speed control, because of course this is meant to be a crawler. Now that's pretty good. Now I'm not going to hit any more throttle. We're going to go up to the wood here. We're going to see what it does. And we're going to see if that FOC kicks in and adjusts everything for us. And we should be able to get over the wood planks. Yeah, easy. And that's without touching the trigger anymore. Really cool actually. over here on the dirt, it does look really cool. I'll show you some slow motion shots as well. So what I've established is this thing loves to topple over, and it doesn't take much. Look, just watch. And because of this, if you want to buy this and just use it as a 3S basher, yeah, it's probably not going to be the most suited, because you're going to spend more time flipping it back over than actually using it. So what you're left with is having to use it as an actual crawler, which some may argue is what it's designed for. But yeah, again, I think possibly the wrong choice of chassis for this body MJX. Those tyres do grip really well, actually. They're very, very soft. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now again, I do wish this was more of a 4S basher rather than a crawler. Oh, it's gonna tip. Hang on in there. Oh. Oh no, the body's come off. Let's see if we can get up at the other side. I may have to hit the power on this one, because this is a little bit challenging. Can't seem to get up here. Hey. I think this is just a little bit too loose for those tyres to dig in. Oh, it's holding it well. So there we go then, guys, brand new from MJX, the Ford Bronco R 1/8 scale. So what do I think of this truck? Well, from the start, I have to say, it does look fantastic. We can definitely tick off that box. Was this the right body choice for this chassis when there were so many other options they could have picked? I don't think so. I think they could have gone for something different, and I think what they should have done was adapt the 7303 chassis, the Radicar chassis. I think they could have found a way to use that with this body, and I think the end result would have been a much lower truck, so it wouldn't be tipping over as much. Also much more powerful, because the chances are they would have reused the 4S power system. And whilst I do like the upgrades on this, like the metal axles, I think it's really hard to see past some of the slightly confused choices that MJX has made once again. Now, there's already so many crawlers out there. Did we really need one with a Baja 1000 body? I don't think we did. But look, you may totally disagree, and that is absolutely fine. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. Now, when you look at this truck, you think, wow, that's going to be fast. Well, it's actually not, because again, it is based on a crawler chassis, and it only managed to achieve 16 miles per hour on the on-road speed test. Another thing I don't like is the stickers on the side. Obviously, it's a complicated livery, but I think they could have gone about that a different way. I can see a lot of those stickers peeling and coming off. And what you're going to be left with is a truck that doesn't look as gorgeous as it does when you get it out the box. So was this a good move by MJX? At this stage, I don't think it was. I think I would have preferred to have seen the body on a different chassis. I think this would have been an absolutely epic 4S basher, but it's not. It's a crawler. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Very soon I'm going to have the video of the 12212 coming out, which is another one of their new trucks. I've already done a bit of a behind the scenes video of that over on my second channel, so be sure to check out my second channel as well. If you're interested, I will leave a link down below. Finally, before we end the video, I want to say a massive thank you to Mike at Serious RC. He managed to get one of these for me really early, and I massively appreciate it. If you're looking to buy anything from Relalo or MJX without having to order from China, definitely check out Serious RC. Of course, they're based in the UK, but they will ship anywhere in the world. All the upgrades and spares are also available through Mike as well. I'll also leave a link down below to Serious RC, so head over there and check them out. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one, take care. If you want to see more from MJX here on my channel, click one of these videos now.